Hello everyone. Welcome to another football tactical review in my channel, The Square Cut. We are already into exciting quarterfinals phase of the World Cup. It's exciting, but at the same time, one thing keep hitting me is we are at the flag end of this iconic tournament. Imagine after enjoying 4 matches a day, how are we going to live without this football from July 20th? Welcome back to the analysis board. Today, we are dissecting a fascinating tactical duel at SoFi Stadium, where Luis de la Fuente's Spain edged out Rudy Garcia's Belgium 2-1 to book a semifinal date with France. Before a ball was even kicked, structural changes dictated the narrative. Look at Spain's engine room. De la Fuente throws a curveball, starting Fabián Ruiz instead of Pedri alongside Rodri in their fluid 4-2-3-1. The idea? More physical presence, verticality, and structural security against Belgian transitions. For Belgium, disaster struck early. Already missing Amadou Onana, Captain Yuri Tielemans pulled up in the warm-up. Rudy Garcia reacted by installing Kevin De Bruyne as the focal point of a reactive 4-2-3-1, looking to sit in a compact mid-block and exploit space behind Spain's high fullbacks. From the first whistle, the territorial boundary lines were drawn. Spain instantly monopolized the ball, operating with a commanding 68% of possession. Structurally, Spain shifted into their classic 2-3-5 in possession. Dani Olmo operated as an advanced interior, while Pedro Porro pushed high up the right flank. This allowed Lamine Yamal to repeatedly isolate Timothy Castagne in 1v1 situations. Belgium's plan was purely defensive restriction. They squeezed the lines vertically, dropping their double pivot deep to deny Olmo space between the lines, daring Spain to find an opening out wide. For 30 minutes, it was an intensive test of patience. Spain moved the ball side to side, trying to dislodge Belgium's low defensive block. The breakthrough came down Spain's right flank, where the structural overload finally paid dividends. Watch how Lamine Yamal drives inward. This action drags 2 Belgian defenders with him, opening a passing lane for Pedro Porro. Porro slips it into Dani Olmo inside the penalty box. Look at Thibaut Courtois. He makes a brilliant initial reaction, safe to deny Olmo's snapshot. But here is the critical tactical failure from Belgium. Their defensive line collapses too deep, failing to monitor the edge of the box. Fabián Ruiz, completely untracked, ghosted into the vacant space. He reacts quickest to the rebound, drilling a composed finish between Castagne's legs. 1-0 to Spain, a direct reward for their structural overloading on the wing. With the lead, Spain looked to control the tempo through Rodri, who orchestrated everything from the base of the midfield. Spain accumulated 17 shots over the 90 minutes, driven largely by an electric performance from the 18-year-old Yamal, who completed 4 successful dribbles and unleashed 6 shots. But Belgium did not disintegrate. They adjusted their press, shifting De Bruyne slightly higher to disrupt Rodri's distribution. As the first half drew to a close, Belgium found their moment of transitions. They bypassed Spain's counterpress with a direct vertical pass. Spain's defensive shape had gone a World Cup record 650 minutes without conceding a goal, but their highline vulnerability was exposed in the 41st minute. Watch Kevin De Bruyne. Even under pressure, his spatial awareness is unmatched. He spots Timothy Castagne making an overlapping run down the right channel. Castagne delivers an inverted, curling cross into the 6-yard box. Now look at the duel in the center. Charles de Ketelaere versus Pau Cubarsí. De Ketelaere uses his frame brilliantly, positioning his body to completely shield the ball, exploiting the blind side of the young Spanish center back. He powers a clinical header past Unai Simon. Just like that, against the run of play, Belgium are level, 1-1 at the break. The second half became a battle of physical stamina. Luis de la Fuente and Rudy Garcia traded tactical adjustments. Spain introduced Alex Baena for more energy in the final third and swapped Ruiz for Pedri to restore needle-eye passing in tight spaces. Belgium counteracted by bringing on Romelu Lukaku and Leandro Trossard to transition from a mid-block to a high-pressing front line. The spaces grew larger, the challenges grew heavier, and the physical toll began to mount. The defining, heartbreaking twist of this tactical narrative arrived in the 71st minute. Thibaut Courtois, who had single-handedly kept Belgium alive with crucial stops against Spain's second-half onslaught, went down grasping his thigh. He left the pitch in tears. Enter Tielemans. The 24-year-old Manchester United backup goalkeeper was thrust into the cauldron of a World Cup quarterfinal for his tournament debut. Spain immediately recognized the psychological shift and changed their attacking directives. Shoot from distance, test the cold goalkeeper, and swarm the box for second balls. We enter the 86th minute. Luis de la Fuente rolls his final dice, withdrawing Dani Olmo for Mikel Merino, the same man who delivered the 91st-minute winner against Portugal in the round of 16. 2 minutes later, the tactical trap snaps shut. Watch Pau Garcia. Operating in an advanced central position, he notices the Belgian backline dropping deep to cover the threat of Nico Williams out wide. Garcia has time and space. He unleashes a low, venomous, skipping drive from long range. It should be a routine gather for Tielemans, but the pressure and the bounce take their toll. The young keeper spills it right into the danger zone. And look at Mikel Merino. On just his second touch since stepping onto the grass, his anticipation is flawless. He reads the flight of the ball, charges past a stationary Belgian defense, and smashes the rebound into the back of the net. 2-1 Spain. Late-game opportunism at its finest. The final minutes were pure chaos. Belgium abandoned all structural restraint, throwing bodies forward. Romelu Lukaku came agonizingly close, challenging Unai Simon in the air, causing a loose ball in the box. Alexis Saelmakers swung a desperate cross from the left wing, but Spain's defensive resilience, marshaled by Aymeric Laporte, held firm. Laporte's acrobatic clearance in added time finally broke Belgium's momentum. With the final whistle, Spain extended their magnificent unbeaten run to 37 matches, ending Belgium's proud 18-game streak. Tactically, Spain won this match through structural sustainability. Even when their historic clean sheet record was broken, they didn't lose their shape. They trusted their patterns, generated high shot volume, and utilized their bench to exploit a depleted, injury-struck Belgian side. Next up for La Roja is a titanic semi-final showdown against tournament favorites France and Dallas. It will be a clash of structures, Spain's fluid, possession-dominant machine against France's lethal, counter-attacking block. What did you think of De La Fuente's substitutions? Could Belgium have protected Tielemans better in those closing stages? Let me know your tactical thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you at the next breakdown.